If you want to come in, you have to knock. You have to knock. Knock on the gate. The gate is now opening. Everyone, step aside. We just put the gate over here. Let me look at you. You don't smell right. You smell like you're from the above. Well, I'm Pete. This is my cardboard castle. It's one of the prime entryways into the UnderTables, but it's hard to find, so I assume you knew that. So why exactly are you here? You want to gain access and live in the UnderTables. Well, I don't blame you. The tall walkers up there are always complaining. We always hear them down here in the UnderTables talking about real estate, the housing market, the attack of the blobfish on the city. Makes sense you'd want to live down here in the UnderTables, but we don't really usually accept tall walkers into our home here in the UnderTables. We do have strict rules that stop any old person coming in. You have to be adapted to this environment, to the delicate ecosystem of the UnderTables and our secretive ways. But I suppose you know that, seeing that you went to the effort of finding us. Well, if you want to live here, you have to live by our rules. That's just the way it is. These rules are important as they stop our society falling apart. So, let me read to you the rules. first rule is do not disturb the ecosystem. The tunnels are very fragile since everything here is made out of cardboard. You must treat everything with the utmost fragility, and also the treasures down here that we save that fall from the tall walkers. That is also fragile, and you must treat all of our treasures very, very carefully. Moreover, you must respect the undertable treasures uses. Here in the undertables, we don't use a credit system like they do in the above, in the Archivist Institution, but here below in the undertables, underneath the tables in the institution. Here we trade in tinkles. We trade completely in tinkles. And so you must be able to elicit and receive tinkles. Does that make sense to you? And lastly, any crumbs of biscuit must be reported to me, Pete. I don't make the rules. Well, actually I do, but that's the rule that I made. If you're going to live down here in this large system of cardboard tunnels with me and the others, then I suppose you'll need a map. I have one here that took me many years to create, and I will willingly give it to you as a gift, a welcoming gift to living here in the UnderTables. This is a map of the UnderTables. Now the UnderTables are large, so we don't know how far they completely go, but this is what I've charted out so far. Let me show it to you. You are here in Pete's palace. This is the entryway, and this is the gate here. This is the little gate that I opened for you. Now, there are different tunnels that'll get you to different locations. This is Dust Bunny Sanctuary. It is your job to avoid Dust Bunny Sanctuary at all costs, lest you face a fate worse than death. Avoid Dust Bunny Sanctuary, for only dust bunnies can survive there. But there is a safer path. Cross here, up underneath desk leg 7, and to get to your new home you will unfortunately have to tall walk from desk leg 7 all the way to the annex of the filing cabinet. Now that journey will take you 1.5 minutes. I've only made this journey a few times, but you will have to escape the cardboard tunnels, walk across a room, out a door, into another room, and back into the tunnels. This is dangerous, and you will have to walk upright or scamper along the floor. But it is your job not to be caught by the tall walkers, lest you reveal our hidden society to them. And since the annex of the filing cabinet is currently abandoned, you will have that place all to yourself. So, congratulations on becoming a home owner. Congratulations. Now this is the full world as I know it. Take a look. Now, I will leave this over on the cardboard for you to collect. But before you leave, you have to assure me that you completely understand the currency of tingles. The tingle currency. The official UnderTable currency is tingle, and this currency is technically under the table as it is outlawed in many parts of the Archivist Institution. There are many tall walkers studying the varying effects of tingles. However, down here we trade tingles freely, and for you to survive and not become derelict and homeless without anything to your name, I must, for your safety, ensure you can accurately receive tingles. So, before I swear you in to take the cardboard pledge and read our secretive set of rules for members only, I need to measure your tingle susceptibility. Here is a horn dropped by a tall walker in the cardboard cavern of the kitchen. Now, from our study of this device, it was used to communicate. But can you elicit tingles from this? Well, it seems almost anything can elicit a tingle in the right masterful hands. How does that sound to you? Now this device can be utilized and assisted by your inbuilt tingle triggers. That's right. All people have the ability to create tingles with their own body. For example, I will show you right now. You can tell that I've lived down here for a long time, as I've been able to develop an impressive set of tingle skills. That's right. Now, on to the next tingle trigger. The weapons. We discovered these a while ago. They were left in a bin. But we are 100% certain that these were used by the barbaric tall walkers as weapons of crude barbarism. These are tools of war. Of course, you can see these are blunt objects, and they were designed to hit each other over the head. You can see these ridges here, designed to cause maximum punishment. These are, according to our studies, based anatomically on the human knuckle. You can see each knuckle ridge going along the bottom side, and you'd be able to use this as a whip, just like that. And one of these knuckles could cause serious damage to the cranium. We also found text on these weapons that say, "Thanks for resuckling." Thanks for resuckling. We believe that resuckling was their primitive, organized fighting sport, just like our ultimate fighting cardboard that we have down here in the Undertables. The UFC Ultimate Fighting Cardboard. Pretty cool, right? Well, perhaps next UFC I'll bring these weapons and do better than last time, because this time I'll take my inspiration from the barbaric resuckling style. Thanks for resuckling. Thanks for resuckling. 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 Hiya. Hiya. Thanks for resuckling. Well, aside from being barbaric weapons, these resuckling devices can truly elicit tingles. It's true. That's right. Our studies have revealed that this material, unlike cardboard, has some sort of sticky nature that reacts with the human skin. That was another thing that made us think this was designed as a weapon of war, as it sticks to your hand a better grip. But it does make tingle-inducing sounds. And an interesting discovery. The end of the resuckling can come off. That's right. We think that these were filled with concrete or sand, and this allowed for it to be filled and used for its nefarious, barbaric purposes. But when used responsibly, like I am now, this makes tingle-inducing sounds. You can see inside the bottle there are still drips from the tall walkers' tears, who were either guilty over what they'd done or crying over the pain that this device caused them. We'll never know. But I see you've been responding to the tingle stimulus, but I still don't know for certain if you can receive the tingles necessary to sustain you to live in this harsh world of the UnderTables. So we have a few more things. Now, we found this in a shoe. It's hard to know what it is, but we think because of its shape, it's a replica of a human heart. And it's designed to squish like that to simulate the beating of the heart, as the tall walkers do have a primitive culture, and it would be no surprise to me to learn that they removed the hearts of their enemies and studied them beating in their hands. No, that's just an assumption. even this cruel device, representation of the evils they commit to each other, even this can be used for something good, to trigger tingles. Now, I have one last test to see if it is appropriate for you to make your abode here. These are the Tall Walker's jewels. You can see again that they were wrapped in this strange substance to protect them. That is an indication of their importance. Can you hear that? Right in your ear. Now we can open them. Let's see. Jewels of the Tall Walkers. Can you see them here? Listen to the beautiful sound that they make. Precious jewels with worth well beyond our understanding. seems to me that you are ready to abandon your life as a tall walker and come live down here in the below, in the undertables, a life of scampering, scuttling, hiding, down here in our cardboard homes. I'm very glad to hear it, to have another friend. Now, to solidify the rules, I will repeat them to you, this time from the official scroll of Pete's Cardboard Castle. Okay? The official rules. Now, my eye-seers don't work well enough for me to read this, so I'll have to use my magnifier dropped by the tall walkers. Okay, all found crumbs of biscuit must be reported to Pete. This is of utmost importance, as I told you before. But you may not know that crumbs of biscuit make up 90% of my diet, and I rely on those who live in the undertables to be truthful and share their crumbs of biscuit with me. Moreover, tunnels shall never be destroyed, but only expanded. This is one of the most historic rules in the undertables, as it has existed here much longer than I have, and the undertables survives because of its continued expansion. So, the rule is, you are never to remove a cardboard room or a cardboard tunnel. Instead, it is your job to expand them anywhere you see an opportunity. That is not only the law, but the spirit of the law, the jurisprudence. The next law. The cardboard castle should never be revealed to tall walkers under any circumstance, lest the destruction of our society. Now, protecting all of the undertables is important, but most of the other places in the undertable would not be a suitable entrance for a tall walker. However, because of the breadth of my castle, this is the largest entryway and therefore would represent a travesty if the tall walkers discovered it, as they could use this as an entryway into the tunnels and destroy our society forever. So, under punishment of banishment, you are never to reveal any part of the undertables, but crucially also never Pete's castle. Oh, and lastly, anything that may emit flame is strictly prohibited, as for obvious reasons, the majority of things down here in the undertables are flammable. Congratulations on joining the society who live in the undertables. I'm thrilled to have a new friend to trade tinkles with. Now you have your map, and to protect yourself, I'll give you one of my recycling weapons. So, you now have a weapon, a map, and I think you're ready to make your life here. Now, off you go to the annexed filing cupboards and live behind them. Remember, any crumbs of biscuit are to be reported to me and will be divvied out. 80% to me, 20% to everyone else. Okay, I will see you soon. Bye bye.